Hi there, Ryan Rastall here at the Orlando 2019 PGA Show, and we are here with Mike from Cobra Puma Golf to talk about Cobra Connect. Now, some of you may know what Cobra Connect is, some of you may not, but Mike is going to answer some questions. So, what is it, Mike? What is Cobra Connect?
It is a very simple system. Sensor in the end of the club.
Yep.
That detects when the club has been hit, sends a transmission to your phone,
okay,
or to your soon-to-be your watch,
yes,
on your wrist.
Very good.
And it lays a GPS signal right there, a mark.
Yep.
It says, okay, you've hit your driver right here, Ryan.
Perfect.
Then you walk down the middle of the fairway, 295 yards, where you've hit your Cobra F9 speed back.
Yep.
You pull out your Cobra F9 8-iron, you hit that, and it says, okay, that's the beginning of your 8-iron.
Okay.
That must be the end of your drive. You hit a putt, you make your birdie. It says, oh, that was the end of your 8 and the beginning of your putt, and you're done. And it's got a breadcrumb trail all along the golf course for all of your shots.
So very simple, but gives you really in-depth analysis and an in-depth look at your golf game, basically. So,
yes.
So how do you think this is going to help the majority of golfers? What sort of applications can you see for a system like this? How's it going to help us?
First of all, it brings, like, from an engineering standpoint or psychologist standpoint, it's like awareness. Until you are aware of what you're doing, you can't affect a change.
Yep.
So until you're really aware of how far you hit your 8-iron, like really, honestly, how far do you hit it?
Yeah.
You may be misclubbing. Until you understand, you know, I'm a 10 handicap, but off the tee, I'm like a 20 handicap because I'm kind of hitting it everywhere.
And that's the great feature, isn't it? It does handicap different facets of your game, doesn't it?
Yes.
So I've used it myself for the last 12 months, and I must say there's bits of my game I thought were quite good that show up that they aren't as good as I think they are. Bunker play would be one really big one. But for me, I think that's the biggest thing. You can identify strengths and weaknesses much quicker, can't you?
Yes, absolutely. And it could be in any facet. You mentioned there are numerous. There's driving, approach, chipping, sand, and putting.
Yes.
And I can guarantee you right now, there's very, very few players where they're a 10 handicap across the board.
Yeah.
Right? They might be a 10 handicap somewhere and a 20 or a 2 somewhere.
Yes.
Right? Focus on the areas that will improve your score, and you can get better a lot faster by doing that. So
not only from a game tracking perspective, but also from a golf improvement perspective. I mean, as a coach myself, if I was to look at someone's stats, it would give me a very, if they were coming for a lesson for the first time, it would give me a baseline as to what they need to work on and where we need to start the package of lessons that I'm giving them. So was that in your head as well, to trying to help people improve golf faster, basically?
That might have been first and foremost.
Okay,
right?
very much.
Because it's very interesting to understand, how far you hit each club.
Yep.
But like you said, to understand how you're really playing the game. And if, let's say you're playing the same course all the time, and for some reason you're making double on number 7 repeatedly.
Yeah.
Because you're hitting driver, but you should be hitting 4-iron and staying out of the trouble. Right? So it's strategy on the golf course. As you mentioned, it's making sure that you're practicing the right things. And as a coach, the value of the tool is just amazing. You can't be with every player on the golf course. They play 5 rounds, they come in, you pull up their data on the dashboard, you see all the facets of their game, you see how they're hitting their clubs. You can help them with set composition, you can help them with strategy. As you mentioned, you can help them with practice and making sure they're working on the things that'll make them a better golfer. I mean, it's phenomenal. It is like PGA Tour ShotLink in your pocket and on your computer as a coach.
And like you say about gapping people's clubs, I mean, if we see there's a huge gap between a fairway wood and an iron, or there's a wedge gap at the bottom of the set, we can identify that really quickly and just get them another Cobra club to fill the gap, can't we?
Exactly. Thank you for the plug. It's not just a club that may not be working. It could be a club they're not even using.
Yes, indeed.
You played 10 rounds now, Ryan, and I've seen you haven't hit your 3-iron one time. Let's get that thing out of the bag.
Yeah.
So either put something in there that helps gap between your 4-iron and the next club, or as you mentioned, a wedge, something that could help you play better golf. And we've heard time and time again, the number one issue that coaches and fitters have is it's not fitting a 7-iron, it's not fitting a driver, it's set composition.
Yeah.
How do I figure out exactly what should be in a player's bag? They just don't know because they're not on the golf course with them.
Absolutely.
Now they can be on the golf course with them right after the round.
And that's it. I mean, this is available now in every single Cobra club that you buy, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So, and also if you buy, say, a set of 7 irons, you guys also send the rest of the Cobra Connect to to basically retrofit to your current clubs, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
Okay, so a consumer buys a set of F8, F9 irons,
Yep.
and they'll see this tag, right? And it
Yep.
says free. And what we're sending free to them when they register in the application, so they download the Arcos Caddy app,
Yes.
they identify themselves, they say I bought a set of F9 irons, and we will send them a set of sensors, swinging club sensors and a putter sensor to go on the rest of their clubs, driver, fairways, hybrids, specialty wedges, and their putter. So now their entire set is enabled. And we're doing that not out of the goodness of our hearts. We realize that this will help them play better golf, right? And honestly, and we have seen the data, after 5 rounds, you get a baseline handicap. Let's say, again, I'll just use the 10 handicap.
Yep.
And if that player then plays 10 more rounds with the system and looks at their data and understands how they're hitting shots and makes some changes to their strategic approach to golf or the club selection, that 10 handicap would probably prove about 2.5 strokes. They become a 7.5 over a 1-year period. That's phenomenal. That's technology.
It's huge. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is. You know, from using it myself, like I said before, it really does outline certain areas you need to work on, going to your coach. So it's basically every single part of golf, isn't it? It's not only playing, but it's practice. It's psychology in some, you know, in some respects, because you, like you've just said, you might not hit driver on a hole that you keep double bogeying all the time. So it's helping your strategy, but also it's thinking your way around the course a little bit better as well, isn't it? So it's really complete from, you know, from literally getting out the car to getting back in it at the end. COBRA Connect helps you make all those decisions, doesn't it?
It does, and I tell you, there's another really cool feature. So again, after you've played about 5 rounds, that unlocks the caddy feature.
Yep.
And there's enough data in there about your clubs and how you hit them, the courses you're playing, other people that have played that course, that the caddy AI algorithm will now tell you what is the best club to hit off of the tee. And furthermore, let's say you didn't quite hit it exactly where you and the system thought you're going to hit it, it'll tell you from that point what is the best club to hit. And it'll do that through the green. And so now you've got a full-on caddy in your pocket that, based on your data, will help you get around the golf course. Again, absolutely. Phenomenal system.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
So there we have it. Literally, COBRA Connect will help you play better golf very, very quickly. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you understand a little bit more about how this system works, and I really, really recommend it. I've used it myself and it's awesome. So thank you very much, and yeah, we'll see you very soon.